Back in college, I was taking a buttload of classes, and a friend of mine was like, "Hey, you can use this to stay up," and so I did, and got through that semester. But then I liked it, and then I started using just on the weekend, and that weekend turned into like stopping on that Sunday started to turn into stopping on that Monday, and stopping on that Tuesday. So it had like a snowball effect, and I was able to manage it as managed can be for a little while.
I started off by making bad decisions. I was in a domestic violence. I was a victim, and I'm not blaming any of my decisions on him, but they did lead to my choices. And a big part of my recovery was forgiveness.
Well, I'd got in trouble for theft, and I was on drugs real bad. Couldn't break away from it, and it landed me in jail. I screwed up the opportunity I had for just regular state probation, and violated that, and the DA was pretty mad at me and upset, and so they gave me this program.
I was hooked on heroin, opiates for about 15 years. Lived homeless, broke. I started stealing to support my habit, doing different things, and I'd keep going to jail, getting out, going right back to the same neighborhood, repeating the same behavior over and over and over again because I never had a chance to do anything different.
I guess this is the turning point, the downfall. If I can get what I am using, the little bit that I'm using, if I can get somebody else to pay for that and then make money on top of that, then I'm good. It's like almost like supplemental, income. And at that point, it was over with, And I see that now as being the turning point. Never saw it for the 10 years that it has been up until like the last couple of years when I actually started to think about like where did it go? Where was the turning point for me? I'm not gonna say where I went wrong because everything that I've done to this point has got me here, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with my past. I've accepted that. I was that person, but now I'm not.
But I was sick and tired of being sick and tired, broke, living on the streets, violating probation. I've been dealing with this stuff for a long time, and I'm tired of it.
The Day Reporting Center is a 2-year intensive outpatient program that's ran by the Tennessee Department of Correction that helps with substance abuse, reentry, and reintegrating the offender back into society. The Day Reporting Center offers like additional accountability avenues for the offender. It provides them more support than most programs do out there. And it kind of keeps a closer look on the offender and where they're going and the things that they have going on in their lives to make sure that they are more successful.
Well, the offenders have been through so much already in their life. They've been put down and done things and just burned all their bridges. And when they come to the DRC, we like to open up our arms, give them a chance to prove themselves that they can do something, that they can complete it. And I think it's important that we show them another way of like handling their situations and stuff instead of turning to drugs and stuff like that. Just be there to kind of coach them along the way.
These people truly have a chance at rehabilitation. They get an opportunity to make decisions for themselves and take initiative to make changes in their lives, to learn from their mistakes.
So with that whole, of course, when Ashley came to visit me in jail, I was like, we're just gonna get out of jail free. ITP in jail helped with that as well. But when I first got here, I did not like it. I hated it. Like it was just, I'm not doing this. I'm not gonna sign on to, come to these classes, 4 days a week. I'm not doing that. But there was a person that was here that I was in the street with, and he had been here a little while before me. And that's when I was like, you know what? Like if he can do it, or I'm just gonna see what he does. You know what I'm saying? And just see where I fit with that. And he's been successful. He's graduated the program. And so I just kind of held on to that. And what I told myself, was that if I can do it for a day, then I can press that repeat button and do it again, and press the repeat button and do it again. Through, DRC has allowed me to see things in a different light. Like I now take things and people for what they are. I realize DRC has taught me that I don't have to accept anything and everybody. Now I can have always been, but now I see that I can be more, I can choose those things differently now. I can be more choicey, you know, with the decisions that I make. I don't have to just say yes to everything, and it's okay. You know, it's okay to be different. It's okay to be, you know, not part of the cool kids or whatever, because there will be a cool kid circle that I fit in. I just don't fit into that drug world. I don't want to live like that anymore. So DRC's opened my eyes. Like I'm not gonna say it's been this program, but I have put in the work. They have just given me the tools. Like they give you the tools, and it's up to me what I do with those tools. There's some things I didn't need. You know what I'm saying? That I was like, okay, cool. There are some things I did need. And so I took those tools and I made those tools, I didn't make them, those tools worked for me. And so that's why the DRC is so important to me. That's why I do come back and I do share my story. That's why I do, you know, come and lead groups and those types of things, because it's really important for me. For those people who are struggling or don't understand, that they can see an example that it does work, you know what I'm saying, and what that looks like.
I was making excuses for myself, and a lot of times I was trying to worry about A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and I hadn't even made it to A yet. I've got to start somewhere, so if it's a simple choice of doing the right thing one day, or keeping an appointment, or keeping your word with an employer or a probation officer, whoever it is, it has to start out really, really small like that. And those small daily habits and daily routines, they will turn into something bigger if you just stick with it. But if you give up or on the first thing just because something doesn't go your way, I'm destined for failure if I do that. If I just keep pushing and keep pushing, sometimes even though when it feels like I'm just treading water, eventually I end up getting somewhere.
Because at first I was like, I'm not doing that. I've been locked up for 3 years. I do not need daily reporting, nothing. You know what I mean? So when I got out and I started coming, and what helped me was to transition me back into society and giving me tools like, you know, the job fairs and being able to talk to people that you never would think would hire a felon, you know. And in like Barry's class, like thinking the tape all the way through. My daughter's always like, Mom, why do you always say what if? Because that's real life. What if? What if I do this? What are the consequences? You know? And so I have learned to play the tape all the way through, and it just helped me, you know, get back into society. And, you know, I asked God to use me through this.
It was the fact that they cared. You know, they cared about each and every one of us to reach out on our personal issues, and keeping us accountable. You know, coming here every day, before I got here, it stunk. You know, it's not like it's going to be very hard, but once you get the picture and get what's going on and what they're trying to instill in you, it just grows on you. It makes you want to be here and makes you want to live a better life, and ultimately help save my life. And my days were numbered when I was on drugs, for sure. The way I was living was just very hectic and chaotic and very unsafe.
But I have seen them come in the morning, work hard all day long. I've seen them want to give up at times, and we've gave them some encouragement, you know, walked along with them. I've seen them get their GED.
I get to see these people when they start out. I work a lot with Phase 1, teach a lot of Phase 1 groups. So when they're directly coming out of jail, they're in halfway houses, they're just starting out in their journey. And then today's like today, where I get to see them graduate this program, and they've got their licenses, they've got cars, they've got their own homes. Some of them are starting their own businesses. It's just amazing to watch them turn their struggle into a triumph.
This program works. It gives them tools and it gives them support that most programs, you know, don't offer. You know, the staff here, we're available for them. They can call us at any time. You know, there's really no limit into what we help them with, you know, resource-wise, you know, into getting their lives back together. It's different than the other programs that are out there. These participants that we have right now, they have accomplished a great deal. I'm very proud of them. Especially the graduates that we have graduating this time.
I would not be where I am today without that program. CRC has helped me out tremendously. I'm very, very grateful for it. I tell everybody about it.
You come here and they get to know you, and they know you by name when you walk in. You know, like we're not just numbers here. You know, you develop relationships, and you can't help but not to, because you're here for so long. you know? And then, I mean, it's worth it because that life isn't